A lot of people look at Charles, his playing, and are blown away by his technique, that type of thing. But what I'm blown away by is the way he's able to arrange this stuff on bass. The arrangement skill is just as impressive, if not more impressive, than the playing. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Lone University. In this video, I'm excited to react to and analyze the playing of Mr. Charles Berthoud. He is an incredible player. I've obviously seen some of his videos. If you play bass and you have a broadband connection, I'm sure you've seen this guy already. And he's become a viral sensation, incredible player. And guys like him and Davey 504 are really keeping bass relevant, especially with younger audiences, and I'm really here for it. But you guys have been requesting his content. I'm going to be checking out the video Master of Puppets on slap bass. Sounds insane. I've not seen this one, but because his videos are a little bit shorter, I'm going to do 2 of his videos, and we'll get to that right after this. But let's jump in, let's check it out, and I'll do my best to break down his crazy techniques and arrangements. Let's do it. Charles Berthoud. Oh yeah, this is like the Les Claypool version of Master of Puppets. By the way, I really want to do a Primus video, and as of this recording, I haven't yet, so please let me know what Primus songs I should do. I'm just not super familiar with their body of work, but just reminded me of seeing this. This is obviously a Les Claypool-inspired thing, because, you know, he slapped that. It's very well documented. You should look it up. Let's keep going. This sounds great. Woo! Just a little insane. The way he can go back to slapping from that fluidly is pretty incredible. And I love the way he's incorporating all of this extra flair into just an already difficult arrangement. To play the song anyway is kind of a challenge. To slap, it's even harder. And then to throw in this extra stuff, he's really pulling out all the stops. It's super cool. Love that little 3-octave jump. That's fast. That's to go, you know, you're covering like 2 feet in just a couple beats. Woo! Some fast double thump. Really nice. Putting the vocal melody in there, I love that. It's so fast, man. I mean, it's just the whole kitchen sink's thrown in here. I love that he's throwing in these vocal melodies in there while still keeping the bass line going. Man, just the slap part to beginning is just fast. And to break away from that, to throw in any of these little tapping licks, just takes some, I mean, again, as I say in a lot of these videos, when I focus on amazing players, you can just hear the hours he's put in to nail this stuff. And this is like the definition of what people call a practice room freak, someone that is just so dedicated to the instrument and just trying to get every ounce out of the instrument you can. He's on 4 strings. He's able to cover a full range. Kirk's part with the little tritone thing. You know, keep the bass line going, slapping it, and adding in the vocal melodies, which is really cool the way he's doing it with the double stops. Let's see. That kind of thing. That's a Kirk part there. It's just super well arranged. I'm just having fun watching this. Woo, that's cool. yeah. Hell yeah. The EBO? I gotta get an EBO. They're just so cool. I just want to have one. I just love the way he's arranged it. It's super cool. EMGs, shout out. And if you want to play two-handed tapping and make it sound that clear, you got to practice your ass off. But a couple things, just technique. You got to be really hitting the strings evenly with all four fingers. You know, in a lot of these little fast passages, I wouldn't put it past him to have used all 8 fingers at some point. Maybe not the pinky, but at least these 6 to really get those fast flurry of little 6-lit triplets he's doing, and especially that little solo thing, kind of going back out of the verse. You got to really use all your fingers. And to do these chordal things, it's important to just have the big chords and make sure every finger is hitting the note justifiably, you know. And, you know, I have kind of a modern hi-fi tone. There's a little bit of drive the harder you dig in, but compression helps. But really, you want to get the source sound and the source technique good first in order to play these like long melodic tapping lines. Two-handed tapping is just a great way to bring out the melody of a bass. You can do so much with it. And man, Charles is somebody who is using this technique to the absolute maximum to get every note, and is paying mind to everything in the original composition to try to get it in there. And this is just super fun to watch. No, it's insane. Okay, that if you can play Master Puppets on bass, I think we can all agree that's the hardest riff. It's just bizarre. Something like that. It's been a while since I've played it. It's kind of weird for your plucking hand, especially for bass. It's super impressive. I mean, that's out of all the crazy things he's done in this video, that's probably one of the hardest to me so far. Playing that riff slapped with a hybrid of kind of double thumb and popping. I mean, just watch his right hand down there. Just fast flurries. Crazy. Just super cool, man. Woo! Okay, so the next video I'm going to do is a complete change and shift. This is on his like 6-string fretless bass, I think with a steel fingerboard. LaFay basses. I've never heard of them until I saw Simon Grove of Plenty playing them. They look amazing. But this is kind of a whole different thing. It's obviously still Metallica, so we're keeping the same theme here. But let's check this one out too. I gotta go back and check that out. Just amazing use of a mix of natural and artificial harmonics. Artificial harmonics are the way to get out of the box of natural harmonics because it's very limited. You only have so many. You have 12, 9, 7, 5, and a little bit before 4, and a few up here. But, you know, and then each string. So it really helps to know what those notes are in relation to the open string. You know, the 12th fret's the octave, the 9th fret's the major third really high. But there's certain notes you just can't get on a harmonic, especially if you don't have a 6-string bass where you can get like a C. Like a C is pretty hard to get. So the way you would get it is an artificial harmonic where you're actually replicating the roll of the nut and you're fretting it. And then you're having to do the job of 2 hands with 1 down here. And the way you get a natural harmonic would be, let's see, or down here, kind of like that. And I'm not that well versed in them. I've not really used them a lot in anything I've done. But you're having to actually create the job of two hands with one while fretting it, because you're basically doing what the nut's doing. So you can open up pretty much any note that way, So that little fill there it just seemed like a flurry of a mix of those. Let's check that out. And the fretless bass was a perfect choice for this song. Yeah, it seemed like ascending. He did a couple. If you kind of watch his plucking hand there. And then it's fast. The descending thing is kind of like kind of going down this 5th fret and a little bit before the 4th fret harmonics. Choice of notes there is really great. And I'm going to say one thing, and then I'm going to let this play out because it's not super long. A lot of people look at Charles, his playing, and are blown away by his technique, that type of thing. But what I'm blown away by is the way he's able to arrange this stuff on bass. The arrangement skill is just as impressive, if not more impressive, than the playing. Because you can look and obviously see what techniques are being performed. There's harmonics, there's natural harmonics, there's two-handed tapping, there's, hands changing roles between those two techniques, and obviously the crazy slap stuff we looked at in the earlier video. But to be able to listen to an original song with a vocal, a guitar, and a bass, and incorporate all of that just on a bass, carry the melody, carry the bass line, have a rhythmic pulse in there, that it's insane to me. And it reminds me of like Michael Manring, who I was turned on to at an early age, and I'm sure Charles is very influenced by him because he has that kind of fretless, sliding harmonic, really melodic style of playing. But to take a song and arrange it is impressive. I mean, you have to be so well aware of every harmonic, every note, and every position of voice, chord voicings and such. And just to me, that is more impressive than anything here. And I've never seen a fretless with a steel fretboard. I can understand why it sounds so resonant. How the strings make contact metal on metal. Lots of overtones in there, I'm sure. So he's working in the vocal melody there, but making sure the bass note is taken care of. It's a lot of work on the front end to think this stuff up. I love the color of that bass too. It just looks super cool with the silver fretboard. Catching even the vocal harmonies James Hetfield sang. That was an artificial harmonic kind of thing there. Kind of notice the trade-off with his plucking hand. Ooh, I went too far ahead. Let me go back. Notice how one hand takes over to continue a part he already started so that the fretting hand can catch that bass note. Important. I mean, it's very well thought out. Everything's very intentional. This isn't improvised by any means. It takes a lot of work. Obviously overdubbed something here, but just incredible arrangement. Well, every time I see a video by Charles, it just reminds me I need to practice. And a lot of the original music I've played, I've approached bass this way. I'm trying to think about it more than a bass line. The bass line is the foundation for me. But if I can add a little harmonic or a little run or a little tap thing with the other hand to complement a vocal in a band I'm in, this was like mainly Tetrafusion when we had vocals. If you haven't checked out that project, it's probably my longest running project. We've been around since 2006 and are just a studio only thing. Scale the Summit didn't have any vocals, but I would replace that with, let me see if I can catch this guitar thing with a tap note, a little pull off here. So this style of playing just really resonates with me. I understand the school of thought going into arranging a song that way. And he has taken that and blown it up to extreme proportions of talent and skill. And it's very inspiring to see someone this talented. And yeah, just makes me want to go practice. That's really all I can say about it. But yeah, thanks for recommending him. I didn't even think about checking him out for this series, and I've been kind of focused on bands and bass players and specific songs, but there's so much to learn by watching his videos. The entire kitchen sink's thrown in. Everything I can think of that you can do on bass, he is covered in these 2 videos. Thank you guys again. Please give me a thumbs up. Comment what else you'd like to see, and please make sure you're subscribed. I appreciate all of your support, and I look forward to reading and chatting with you all in the comments. And we'll see you next week. Cheers.